If you're a hardcore fan of the popular TV show Yellowstone, then you would be excited to know that the show is expanding. And we don't just mean a new season, we're talking about a whole new spin-off. Get ready for Yellowstone 1932. Want to know more? Then don't worry, we'll give you the scoop that you've been waiting for. Why is there another sequel? Both Yellowstone and 1883 have been huge hits for Paramount, and it's no surprise, seeing as how it has such a star-studded cast led by Academy Award-winning actor Kevin Costner. The Yellowstone Season 4 finale garnered over 9.3 million viewers, becoming the highest-rated cable TV episode since 2017. While some Yellowstone fans didn't really like 1883, the Paramount Plus show has ended up still being a major hit, driving a lot of traffic to the network's new streaming site. And honestly, that's what corporations want at the end of the day. Due to the popularity of both of these Western-based series, centered on the Dutton family, 1932 is expected to draw a sizable viewership as well. In addition to writing 1932, Taylor Sheridan, the creator of Yellowstone, has more than enough on his plate, with Yellowstone being renewed for Season 5 and 1883 renewed for Season 2. He needs to write scripts for those shows as well. By this time in a few years, Sheridan would have created enough content to make his own cinematic universe. The Yellowstone cinematic universe does have a nice ring to it, don't you think? When was the prequel announced? On the 15th of February, the Paramount Network had announced that it was going to issue new episodes of the Sheridan creation. Alongside this announcement, which was already expected, Sheridan and Paramount also announced that they were releasing a new spin-off by the name of 1932. Although not a lot of information was further disclosed about the show, what fans can, however, garner from the name is that it is going to be another sequel to the original Yellowstone show. What we know. A lot of speculation and hints as to what the new show would entail have since taken place on social media. It has, however, been announced that the show will focus on the Dutton family dynamics during the time of their Western expansion and will go into a lot of depth. Also, if you're a history fanatic, then you may have guessed that the show will be set around the same time as the Great Depression and the Prohibition, an expansion happening in a complete recession. It will be interesting to see how that had been planned out, what went wrong, and what exactly went right. The executive producer for the first Yellowstone spin-off, 1883, has also commented on the new show, stating that the creator of the franchise, Taylor Sheridan, has laid down strong roots for the Dutton family, and that people would be curious to see what's in store for them. He says that he also suspects that the audience would be off the charts for this new spin-off. And we have to agree. The response to the Dutton family has been pretty impressive from both audiences and critics, so it should be interesting to see how the show producers proceed with a new TV series that will focus on the growth of their empire. With stakes like these, we can't even fathom the pressure. As far as why the decision to make a spin-off was chosen so soon, the president and CEO of Viacom CBS Media, Chris McCarthy, responded by saying that a lot of franchises at Paramount have been nearing the end of their running time, so they saw a window for a new franchise to be introduced, and that too in full swing. The Yellowstone team has another spin-off that is planned by the name of 6666. This one is set in the present day and will focus on the Four Sixes Ranch in Texas. The cast. Although not a lot of information surrounding the cast has been revealed as such, what we do know, however, is that since the show is set in a whole different era, there is going to be a whole new cast. But it would be interesting to know who will be the new addition to this already incredibly talented team. It would be interesting to see whether the creator of the show, Sheridan, would make a surprise cameo or not. It wouldn't really be surprising, seeing as to how he's made cameos before in other spin-offs. One speculation is that we will see John Dutton Sr. in the show again, but we're very certain that the actor who currently plays him, Audie Rick, won't make the cut. Owing to the fact that this actor is a child. I mean, CGI hasn't developed so far enough to make a 9-year-old look 50, right? A lot of pressure will, however, be on the person who plays this character, since he is the father of Kevin Costner's character, who is arguably the gem of the show that allowed it to reach such incredible heights. Other characters that we can expect will make an appearance are Elsa, John, and Spencer Dutton. All grown up, obviously, but this would majorly depend on how their characters play out in 1883, whether they survive long enough to make it to 1932. Another guest appearance that we can also expect is actor James Jordan. Jordan and Sheridan go way back, and the actor has made multiple appearances in the director's TV shows, so much so that their combined presence is almost always a given. Jordan has always made an appearance in the Yellowstone universe previously, in both the main show and the 1883 spin-off as Steve Handon, the livestock agent, and Cookie, respectively. We can also expect that this spin-off will feature many real-life characters, as many have been portrayed in 1883 and Yellowstone. It would be interesting to see who makes a surprise guest appearance and how their portrayal would feature. Since nothing has been announced regarding the casting as such, fans have eagerly taken the responsibility of casting. There have been tons of fan casts that have taken place on Twitter already, and we're certain that when more is revealed about the show and the storyline, the fan casting will only continue. Why don't you take a shot at it as well? There are a lot of times when actors have only been cast because the fans have demanded it. With the show being in the early stage for now, this might be the best time for you to have the dream cast in your dream show, an opportunity that doesn't present itself often. When can you watch the show? Well, like we've mentioned a load of times, the show is in the early stages, and we mean early stages. A lot of matters related to the show have been put up for speculation. We're assuming that the show will be released somewhere around the halfway mark of 2023, but it could also be earlier, seeing as how the announcement and the release for 1883 happened within a year. Nevertheless, no matter how much we speculate on how long it would take for the release to happen, it would majorly depend on when the production and filming would start. The assumption here is that the production on the show will begin a few months into 2022. So if the production of the show will be delayed, then we can expect a delayed premiere as well. We do, however, know that the production and filming for both Yellowstone and 1883 will begin around May of this year. It is also unclear whether even the script of the new show has been written or not, or whether just an overview of the script has been given. We're assuming that Sheridan must have presented something to the big guys at Paramount. Now, what that something actually is, we don't really know. It could be concept art, or it could be a whole plot. The sky's the limit with this one, honestly. We'll know more with time. One thing that we do know for sure is that once released, 1932 will exclusively be available on Paramount Plus, with both 1883 and Yellowstone. So if you haven't gotten your subscription yet, get it soon. What has been fan reaction so far? Fans have been buzzing with the news ever since the statement had been released. Twitter went into a frenzy with people already giving their reactions and their statements as to what can happen in the new show. Many have even said that they already think that the show is award-worthy. They expect it to have an incredible storyline and great acting, since that is what was the deal with both Yellowstone and 1883. Others have expressed how they were impressed and excited for Taylor Sheridan, and how he not only has the Yellowstone franchise under his belt, but 5 different series that are in line for development. Moreover, others have become curious about the show and want to delve into the show's popularity, thinking that if it's so good to get 3 spin-offs already, then they really need to delve into the Yellowstone world. We can't wait for this new show and are super excited to see what the directors and creators have in store for us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you as excited for Yellowstone 1932 as we are? Or have you had enough of one #1 franchise. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay updated on all the news about your favorite TV show. That's all for now. See you next time.